Ho ho, scrappy people. Tracy Reed here today with day 2 of the 2023 Stress-Free December Daily Album Prep. Today I am working with the Cocoa Daisy Let It Snow collection. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is creating a flip out page with a sort of hidden pocket. So I have a 8.5 by let's see, 6 and 3 is 9. 8.5 by 9 piece of cardstock here that I'm going to use as my base. You can see I'm really scoring and burnishing that edge so that it closes nicely. And then I'm going to take some red line tape and create a pocket by just adhering the top paper that I'm going to be using for that pocket around 3 of the edges of the paper. So we're just going to put down red line tape on the top and the bottom and the outside edge. And then that paper will sit nicely over that red line tape. And I'm going to use this ledger sort of paper as the outside of the flap. And I decided to cut it down with the flowers in the bottom corner. You can see there's some flowers, a little bit of flowers in the bottom top, or in the bottom top, in the top's edge that I'll probably end up having to cover up. Maybe, I don't know if they bother me too much looking at it now, but they are like a cut off flower. Then I'm going to use the red on the inside of the flap. Thought about maybe using one of the tags, but it was a little bit too short and it looked a little awkward on that flap. So instead we're going to use this red paper and then peel back this red line tape and cut a half circle out of the paper that I'm going to use for my flap, or not my flap, my pocket. Put it down as close to the edge as possible, and now I can either hide a bunch of journaling in that front pocket or a photo collage or something like that. Anything really. Now I'm going to wrap it with, sorry about the lack of transitions, I think I was in real editing mode. Wrap it with some ribbon, and I eventually changed out this ribbon because it was just way too big. I'm also putting down this Hustle and Bustle card with just a tiny bit of adhesive, and then I changed my mind and hold it down with a paper clip instead because I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not. I just wanted it as a placeholder there. I end up with a little embellishment cluster, including that card that's just kind of paper clipped to the page so that I can use it if I want or not. So you can see I am fussing with this bow that I guess I am going to not use, but I just wanted to leave that in there because it's super hard to get a really nice bow, and so I thought I would leave in there the process of just like, it's not perfect, right? It's never gonna be perfect. I also didn't like that the ribbon itself wrapped around was red and then we have the pattern. I think it looks cool, but I just didn't love it with that pattern specifically. So anyway, I'm gonna change out that ribbon eventually. But first, we're gonna finish this part of the video. And there goes the paper clip. Just going to clip it to itself and then to the outside edge, and we're good to go on this one. So you can see in the still image here that I definitely put a smaller ribbon there because it was taking up so much space in the album. Next, I'm busting out the acetate again, but this time I'm just putting this back here so I can see. This time I'm going to be using the rub-ons and these really pretty vellum and silver snowflakes just around the outside edges to make sort of a divider page. I can put something in the middle here when it's done, but my idea with the foundation page of it all was to just put these rub-ons around the outside edges. Now I will say that the rub-ons are very delicate on acetate. It is not easy. You have to go slow and be super careful with putting them down, otherwise they are going to mess up, and I do mess up this Let It Snow slightly, which I end up covering up with another rub-on, I believe. But you can see right there in the S it does get messed up, but I kind of salvage it a little bit and then fix it later with another rub-on. And so I'm trying to be a little bit more careful here. I'm going super speed for the video, but I'm trying to be a little bit more careful. Now I'm going to use staples to put down these snowflakes. Sorry for my big head. And they're going to be coming off the edges of the page in 3 places, which will frame in the composition nicely. I choose to use staples rather than adhesive because liquid adhesive will make the vellum curl and any other adhesive, you're going to see through the vellum itself. And so I just use staples so that it doesn't have that problem. There we go. Now I'm going to trim off the edges. And this one was delicate, but pretty quick and easy to finish. Beautiful. All right, last I'm going to add in some of these black snowflakes from the rub-ons and call this one good. You can see I covered up the S in the Let It Snow just a little bit so that it wouldn't look so messed up. I always love acetate pages as dividers, or just really any page in my album. I think they're super fun. All right, so I had an idea for sort of an ornament page here, and it's something similar to, I think, Paige Evans. I'm just knocking off Paige Evans, I think, this round. It ends up being similar to something that I saw her do, just a regular layout. But I'm cutting out these circles and stars from, these are the pattern blocks from the memory keeping sticker kit. And then also I have some scraps that I'm using as well. So I've just kind of trying to use up my scraps for this page, and also those stickers that I never end up using. I thought that this would be a great way to use them. I also have a mix of chipboard as well as labels and stickers from the sticker sheets and the die cuts that I want to use as well. And I'm sort of just creating like a collage here where there's different sizes in different places and also lots of layers, just interesting things going on. The white circles are going to be photos, so I'm just writing down what size photos they're going to be. They're actually going to be slightly larger than what they're showing here because I'm going to cut them out with my silhouette, and I don't have a 2.5 inch circle punch or a 1.75 inch circle punch, so those circles are actually just 2 inches and 1.5 inches. So just was making sure that I remembered to cut them slightly larger with my silhouette rather than using my circle punch. So now I'm going to start putting everything down, and then I decide I'm going to use a string from the kit and hang all of these quote-unquote ornaments. So I'm tying bows and then stapling the strings to the page. Now I had just enough string after reworking some of these bows with the long tails. I had just enough string to make this work. I have them stapled up a little bit higher than the circles on the page because, again, the photos are going to be larger, so I'm just making sure I'm accounting for that when I am putting the string down. Making little loop-de-loo just to make it interesting, and then I have a string for each and every single one of the photos. Now I'm going to bust out some of the adorable stamps from the collection and just pre-stamp some things, which I added snowflakes to the background and that cozy to the circle, as well as it's the little things up there. And now I'm going through and adding some of the stickers from the sticker sheets, and these are puffy stickers. You can see that I've cut up all of my stickers from the collection, and I've sorted out my chipboard. I actually like to do that with large collections, even if they come on sticker sheets, because I like to sort my, especially for projects like this, I like to sort my stickers and all of my ephemera by what kind they are. So all of the icons went in one pack, all of the words went in another, all of the labels went in another. So that's kind of makes it easier for me. There's that page done and ready to go. And the last thing I'm going to do is create 4 journal cards, or no, 4 3x4 cards and 2 4x6 cards from the Cocoa Daisy journal cards. Now, Cocoa Daisy journal cards are adorable, of course, but I like a bit of a layered look, especially in December Daily. So I like to hack them together. I have a series that you can search on Instagram that's called #TRD DIY your scraps, that I do this constantly. I'm either making more journal cards or more embellishments with bits and pieces from collections, and I'm doing that with each and every single one of my December daily videos this year too. I did not include the festive one in the festive video. That's going to be a bonus reel on my on my Instagram, I guess, and Facebook too. In the next couple days, but every single one of these will have a companion, I guess, DIY your scraps, but I'm including this one in the actual video. So there's one card done. Now I want to do a baby it's cold outside card, and I wanted that penguin to work, but he was just too big for the sentiment to center it on the card, so I end up going with the snowflakes instead, these puffy sticker snowflakes. So it's just simple things that can take your card and upgrade it a little bit or make it a little bit more busy and interesting and feel done versus just the card straight out of the collection. Now this one, I doubt we'll get snow this year. We're not getting snow a lot lately, so I decided to cover up the snow sentiment and just put that sweater weather chipboard in the middle instead. Simple things to change things so that they will work for you. This is obviously called Let It Snow, this collection, so there's a lot of snow references, and even though I really like snow, we're not going to get snow, probably, so I am covering it up in places where I still want to use the card. Now I just decided to add these little puffy trees to this card just to make it a little bit more neighborhood-y. I trimmed it down and I'm going to round the corners, and then I'm just going to mat it on this pink thingamabobber, pink card. Gosh, my brain is not working at 7:53 a.m. when I'm recording this voiceover. I apologize. I'm gonna rearrange these because I have like the one tree that's different, but I would normally put it in the center since it's different, but it's the same color as that house and it just didn't fit, especially since those houses are so close together. So we made it work anyway. My OCD can just shush its mouth. I love these penguins holding hands, so I did the Snuggle is Real, added in some of my own stamping from the stamp set, some of these snowflakes, and then the thing that says Memories Together. Hopefully my husband and I will do what we've done in previous years and spend a day shopping together for Christmas, and that's probably what I'll use that for. Then I also had this one that said Son of a Nutcracker. Something always goes wrong during the holidays, so I thought it would be good to have a sort of snarky card to work with. So this one says Ho Ho Oh, or it says Ho Ho No. I'm gonna add in some of these sticker florals, although I do struggle just a little bit with where I want them to be because they didn't quite make sense, but I made them work anyway, just because I wanted to use them. And then I'm going to add a sticker Christmas tree as well. Or it might be chipboard, I'm not sure. It's some kind of Christmas tree. Oh, yep, it's a sticker. And I think that anchored those florals a little bit better than they were just floating in space before. And then up in the top corner, we're going to have some snowflakes. I'm just framing the corners, giving it, since it's such a plain card, just giving it a little stuff around the outside edges to make it a little bit more interesting. Cutie, cute, cute. And then I decided to go back and add in some enamel dots as well. So I'm going to add some to this card, and then I'm going to add some to that snowflake card above it in the center of the snowflakes, just for some texture. Plus, I always have so many enamel dots left over. It's good to use them up. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy M. Reed. I'd love to see you there as well. There's a link to Cocoa Daisy in the description box below. It is an affiliate link if you're interested in starting a subscription. And I will be back tomorrow with another No Stress December Daily Prep video. Thank you!